Speaking with awareness means that the speaker chooses words mindfully and avoids making the listening partner feel cornered or defensive. Look at what I said. You choose your words in such a way. You're so mindful. You're so careful with the words that you choose because you want to make sure that your wife or your husband, whoever's on the opposite side, whoever is listening to you, is not getting defensive. If you start to criticize, if you start to point, if you start to use generalized statements, this is not speaking with awareness. The listener is going to shut down. Wouldn't you do the same? If someone comes to you and they start raising their voice, they start cursing, they start eye rolling, they start attacking your character, what are you going to do? I don't know what you would do, but I would walk away. I would shut down. I would stonewall, or I'd probably get defensive. And if that's going to happen, no one is going to understand anyone. Okay? There's a story in the Bible. I want you to go there. It's found in Luke 19. Jesus is going to model a lot of these things for us, of course, right? He was awesome at everything he did. And so here, the story here is as Zacchaeus, and we see here, he is a tax collector. And it says that Jesus entered his home. Backtrack. Jesus entered and passed through Jericho, and there was a man. He was the chief tax collector. He was a Jew, but the Jews despised him because of his line of work. He was a tax collector, which meant that he gained his wealth through injustice, through extortion. And as you can imagine, he was not the most popular guy in the circle. Well, he hears about Jesus. He's convicted. He understands that what he is doing is wrong and that he shouldn't be doing these things. When he knows that Jesus is going to be passing through, he says, I want to meet this guy. I want to have a chance to at least see him. I've been hearing about his miracles. I've been hearing about the compassion and the mercy that he has towards sinner. Maybe this guy could forgive me. You see, beneath the appearance of worldliness, beneath all the pride, he had a heart. This man, this tax collector, had a heart that was susceptible to the voice of God. And no one knew because, right, the Bible tells us that the man looks at the outer appearance, but God looks at the heart. Although his friends and his family couldn't see on the outside, Jesus could see that something was taking place on the inside of this man's heart. And sure enough, Jesus is walking through. The Bible says that he's a very short man. He's a short guy. And so in order for him to get a bird's eye view of all the commotion around Jesus, he climbs up a sycamore tree. And while he's there peeking, unbeknownst to anyone, no one has spotted him. He is hiding up there, but Jesus is aware of him. And Jesus looks up to that short statue of a man and says, hey, make haste. In other words, come quickly and come down, for today I must stay at your house. Now, something amazing happens. Jesus was aware. Jesus was mindful of the way in which he spoke to this tax collector. Remember, he's not a popular guy. Jesus didn't say, come down here, you're a tax collector, you've been stealing from people, you've been doing the wrong stuff, I need to go to your house because I need to teach you a lesson because you are doing this, you are doing that, and you are doing this, and you are the worst of sinners. Jesus doesn't say that. Jesus says, hey, come quickly. I must go to your house today. I want to go to your house. And as soon as this man comes down, this short man, as you can imagine, the rabbis, they are furious. Wait, hold up, Jesus. Did you just call that tax collector out of that tree? And what was he doing in that tree? What in the world? Did you just call him down the tree because you want to go have a meal with him? Have you lost your mind, Jesus? This guy is a sinner. Look at what the Bible says, verse 7. But when they saw it, they being the rabbis, they all complained, saying, he has gone to be a guest with a man who is a sinner. But then something amazing happens. This man confesses and forsakes his sin. You know why? Because Jesus, as the speaker, spoke with such awareness, with such care, with such love and compassion that the listener, this man, understood. We need to have the art of being understood. And the art of being understood starts with the way in which we are going to speak. It starts with awareness. Look at what this man says. He stood before the Lord and said, I give half of my goods to the poor, and I have taken anything from anyone by false accusation, I will restore fourfold. And Jesus said to him, today salvation has come to this house, because he also is a son of Abraham, for the Son of Man has come to seek and save that which is lost. So not only does this man confess in public, because his sin was a public sin, but then he forsakes, meaning he repents, he reconciles there with Jesus. He returns what he took, even giving fourfold. I want to read a quote here by E.G.W., and I want you to pay very close attention to it. It says this: he, being this man, was beginning to realize how bitter are the fruits of sin, how difficult the path of him who tries to return from a course of wrong. To be, here's our word, misunderstood. To be met with suspicion and distrust, and the effort to correct his errors was hard to bear. Have you ever tried to have a conversation with someone and you're trying to explain yourself? You're speaking, and all the while you are being misunderstood. There is distrust. People have their foot back with you. They don't think that you're actually being genuine. This was the fear of this man, which is why he didn't even speak. He just hid in a sycamore tree. Oh, but Jesus spoke in such a way. Jesus mirrored to those people in such a way. Listen, I'm not okaying that what he's doing is right. I am saying, hey, I want to eat with you. I want to get to know you. I want to know your pains. I want to understand your world. I want to have a relationship with you before I start shoving rules down your throat. But Jesus spoke in such a way, without even asking the man to confess, he confessed. Without even asking the man to return the money, the man returns. When we speak in such a way, heart transformation begins to take place.